Бесплатная бригантина.
We've met before, haven't we?
We have. And you defeated me in combat. So now, I seek a reprisal.
Have you still got that armor that...
Ha! You haven't disappointed me. But you'll have to wager some...
All right?
I'm glad to hear it.
Ha!
What's the matter? Come on. Had enough of life, have you? Dobiji! Can't! Yeah! Here, the reward you've earned. That was a fine duel, sir. I thank you.
Сосовскому мяснику надо сходить. что можно отдавать. Испортившееся мясо.
Good health to you.
I have everything you want.
Excellent. Sure.
Прекрасно.
It looks good. I think it's time to slow down for a bit. The bailiff will let us off the hook, but I don't want to push things.
Suits me.
Кабанина 45. Сделали вес. Раньше 4 было. Прикольно. Так. Отлично. Крестик стоит. До сих пор я не понял, как его чинить.
What's the matter? Come on!
Черт.
Is that the best you...
Is someone there?
О, тут мне надо их почки. Этих чертовых косуль. Есть. Есть. Отлично. Две почки. За косулем мне вроде это не просил. Так, еще 5 почек. Готово. Готово. Повезло, блин, с последней. С одной упала. Одна почка. Шишки. Ой, мой верный бурак.
can't go any further. The current could sweep me to my death.
Неизвестное снадобье. Консервант.
Hey, who's there? What's going on there? Hey, who's there? Hey, all of you! Gather here! Raise the alarm! Over here! Where is everyone? Quick! Raise the alarm! Watch out!
To arms! Get over here!
Where could he have vanished to? He must be here somewhere.
To arms! Get over here! Over here! Where is everyone? Quick! Raise the alarm! Watch out! Fucker must have fired from here.
Money! I want your money!
Your end is nigh.
Зайчик, это ты на меня нападаешь? Фэлшн. спуститься к сараю кузнецова мельника. Скороход. Гонка зачетная. Это все то, что у меня есть. Ясно. Пучки. Ага. Или где-то ходит. чертов мельник.
I'd like to make you...
So what are you...
Right.
That can be arranged.
Fine.
I'm sure you'll...
Блин, ну 45.
Get the best bike in it.
Greetings, good night.
God's blessings.
garlic for the winter, onion soup for the spring. Asparagus for taste and prunes for what ails you. Try them.
I am honored.
Can you show me how?
Certainly.
I want to achieve my...
All right.
Isn't that quite a lot?
Agreed.
Imp? God grant you health.
Right. Legs. Roll.
Good day to you.
I'd like you to show...
Certainly.
I want to achieve...
All right. Now, take close.
Can you teach me to...
Certainly.
I'd like to hone my...
All right. Now, pay close.
Can you teach me to...
Certainly.
I want to achieve...
You can't become a master of...
Well,
Hey! Henry's come to see us!
God grant you health.
All I ask of you is a crust of bread.
Sorry to interrupt.
What? No,
That you might...
you heard wrong. There's nothing hidden anywhere. And you leave my map.
As you wish. How's your husband?
His suffering is over. He's with God now.
Terribly sorry I couldn't do more for you.
I...
I've got that seal for you. But you look like you've taken a bit of grinding in the mills of God yourself.
True enough. I tried my luck and got caught. Sorry, lad, but I've nothing to give you for that seal. Try selling it to one of the millers. I'm sure you can get a tidy sum for it.
I better be on my way before someone sees me.
Good luck to you, lad. Don't get caught and end up like me. I'll try my luck in other parts.
Carrots and apples. Pick
Be a bit more careful.
Put a smile on your face.
I'd be lost without your kindness.
Henry, I'm glad you
Damn! How are you, Henry?
I'm honored that you should come to me.
And another... Thanks.
Greetings. What business have you?
Master Fayfar, I need to speak with you. I found out something about the counterfeit coin.
Did you really? Do tell.
Close to Rovna, I came across a wagon that was transporting the false coins. Unfortunately, I came too late. The carter and his men were dead.
Damn and blast. Do you know who did it?
Yes. A certain knight turned up there. Turned out he was also after the forgers.
Well, that is indeed unexpected. Tell me, what did he say?
His name is Ulrich. He looked like a knight, but he refused to show his master's colours.
Ulrich, you say? Could be anyone. Can you describe him?
An older man with a moustache. But for all his grey hairs, he seemed pretty tough to me.
Doesn't match anyone I've heard of. But then we don't even know if Ulrich is his real name.
I asked him who his liege was, but he refused to tell me.
We live in such strange times.
In days past, knights would vie with each other to see who could extol their liege's name the loudest. And today, they take assumed names, hide their emblems, and sneak around the land like thieves.
I got the impression he was hiding his identity because his master's at odds with Sir Radzig.
That may well be. As a staunch supporter of the king, Sir Radzig has many enemies.
He told me that the fake money was being taken to Passau in exchange for gold coins. Then that real money was being brought back to the Bohemian lands.
That would explain why those fakes bear the Passau countermark.
His master is allied with the Passau alderman, and they told him to sort it all out.
I wonder who could be behind it all.
He gave me these documents to show you. He seemed to think they prove he was telling the truth. They're the records of the interrogations in Passau, and some other things he said you'd understand better than him.
Let me see. We, the aldermen of the city of Passau, interrogation held this day, put to pen by the questor. The place of origin is a monastery in the land of Bohemia. Which certainly confirms my suspicion that something underhand is going on in Sasso. Coin assay report. Copper core coated with amalgam. Ah, but this is interesting. Here's an outlying description of how the forgeries are made. I'll have to study it more closely. We command Herr Ulrich to investigate and let no man stand in his way. This looks like the original safe conduct. It has the seal of the Passau alderman, but they certainly didn't pen this.
How do you know?
I recognize the hand. It's a Clement of Caplitz, the high scribe of the Rosenbergs.
The Rosenbergs? Who's that?
A rich and powerful family in South Bohemia. Burgrave Henry III is a great rival of our King Wenceslas.
So what does all this mean?
Well, it certainly explains why your knight is so mysterious. Anyway, we should be careful. And we shall begin our investigation. The documents show they use silver amalgam for coating copper fakes. That's a lead we can follow.
What?
Silver amalgam. It's produced from quicksilver and silver.
Well, that doesn't sound like something just anyone can get hold of.
You're quite right. You will go to Sasso at once. Look around the forges in the city. Someone must be working copper for them. I, meanwhile, will take counsel with Sir Radzig and then follow after you.
Where shall we meet?
At the inn on Sasso Market Square.
I'm glad you're here, Henry.
What's happening, sir?
Uncle Sir Hanush sent for me. No doubt he wants to give me another ear-bashing about the error of my ways. And he said to bring you too.
What has it got to do with me?
Plenty. You're in it with me ever since that hunt.
All right, we should get going then, shouldn't we, Sir Hans?
I suppose so. Right away. I put some of my old clothes in a trunk for you. I don't want you making me look bad in front. But I see it wasn't necessary. You look as smart as any courtier.
Thanks. I'll try my best.
So I see. But you can come and get those clothes later anyway. They're a little worn, but they're as fine as anything you'll get in the county.
Well, my ward and his, what shall we say, chaperone.
Uncle.
My lord?
I hope we haven't dragged you away from anything too important.
Not at all, Uncle. We
like
were just...
boozing and whoring, for instance.
Uncle, I can...
Perhaps you were busy, causing mayhem in the middle of the night and beating up my subjects.
No, it wasn't... Henry and I were just...
Henry's as big a fool as you are. But he's not my ward, thank Christ. What the hell do the pair of you think you're doing? There are people in this fiefdom who work from dawn to dusk to put food on their tables and on yours, may I remind you. And then they look at you, Hans, their lord and master, and see a drunken layabout. That fellow you beat up last night was a guard, a new guard on the town watch. And he couldn't report for duty this morning because of his injuries. I had the bailiff here complaining, and could I tell him what I really think about this whole sorry affair? Of course not. That would demean me. And you too. So I had to sit gaping like a stuffed owl and listen to his grievances. Maybe you think because you're the Lord here you can get away with anything. But you're sadly mistaken, you blockhead. A lord remains a lord only as long as he commands the loyalty of his subjects. And I'm sure I don't have to tell you the folk here are not exactly enchanted at the prospect of having you in charge. That was the last straw, Capon. One more of your escapades and I'll send you to your mother in Polnar. For all I care, she can dress you up like a wench and marry you off to some Hungarian.
Uncle, that arson Archibald tried to murder me. What was I to do?
Oh, don't exaggerate. Well, I'm hardly surprised after you molested his girl and humiliated him.
I was only...
Oh, don't whine, for heaven's
sorry.
sake. It's about time you started taking some responsibility. I have a job for you. Maybe that will keep you out of mischief. Sir Milota of Oleshna has turned up here. Do you know him?
Isn't he Sir Bernard's cousin?
He is. He came here with the remnants of his retinue to seek refuge. He's seriously wounded.
What happened to him, sir?
His fortress Oleshna was attacked by one Wulfrin of Camburg. Milota pursued him almost as far as Neuhof and engaged with him. Unfortunately, the skirmish didn't end well for Milota.
Wulflin of Camburg? That name is familiar.
He's kin to the Oleshna lords, too. A cousin of Bernard's and Milota's. Their family affairs are a little complicated. None of my business, of course. I just wish they'd found somewhere else to thrash out their differences.
What do you want us to do, sir?
Go and see Bernard in the courtyard. He got a report that Wulfrin pillaged some other farms around Neuhof, and he's putting a squad together to ride against him. Mind your step, though. It's a family affair. After all, maybe more to it than meets the eye. The important thing is to get that damn scavenger out of the domain. If possible, without bloodshed. I can't afford to lose any men over this business. Have I made myself clear?
Yes, sir.
Very well, Uncle.
Get to work, then.
Sir Milita looked pretty bad.
No wonder. He chased that horse on half across the county, and the skirmish didn't end well for him.
Sir Hannes sent me, Captain. I'm to join your mission. And Sir Hannes, too.
Then mount up, youngster, and we'll move out.
Can you teach me how to...
Certainly.
I'd like to hone my...
First, you have...
Well... I'd like to improve...
Certainly.
I want to achieve...
All right, but it'll... Now. Be a bit more careful.
Lord Capon, when we get there, I'd like you to hold back.
You can forget about that, Bernard. I'm not going on an outing. Hannah said to handle this matter, and handle it I will. I know what you meant. Yes. Very well, Your Grace. Listen, Bernard, about this robber. I heard some rumors. Something like that.
We have the same great-grandfather, Urban, Baron of Oleshna. Wolfen belongs to a distant branch of my family, which, let's just say they bring no honor to our name.
But I heard Wolfen of Hamburg was hanged somewhere in Silesia after plundering the bishop's estate.
I heard the same. Only, well, I'm sure you've heard what they say about the Hamburg branch of my family.
That they're cursed. Now, Bernard, don't you think I'm a little old for fairy tales?
Think what you like. I heard it from my grandfather, and he never paid attention to old wives' tales.
I meant no offense. Tell me all about it. After all, there's no smoke without fire. And I never heard about the Hamburg. I'm a member of the family.
Very well. At home, we always spoke in whispers about our Hamburg relatives. When Wolfen's father, Wilhelm, came to visit, I'm almost ashamed to say it.
You can rely on my discretion, Captain. Carry on.
Well, the servants were so afraid of him that they went and hid in the barn. Father had them whipped. Even then, they wouldn't go near Wilhelm. They were afraid he'd curse them, and I couldn't blame them.
Why that?
Wilhelm's face was so badly disfigured, folk would cross themselves when they saw him. I was afraid of him myself as a boy.
Was he wounded in war?
No, he was born that way. See, his mother, Countess Barbara of Hogwitz, didn't want to marry Wilhelm's father, my grandfather's brother. She never wanted to bear his children. So, she fell pregnant. They say she went to a witch to get rid of the child. She ended up having quintuplets. Can you imagine it? 5 babes born in one night? Jesus Christ. That's not all. 4 of them didn't live till dawn. Only the 5th. The witch cheated her. Instead of getting rid of the child, put the devil's seed inside her.
Good Lord, how dreadful.
Well, Wilhelm carried that with him his whole life. When his own wife was in childbed, he had 7 friars kneeling in her chamber day and night. It didn't stop the rumors, though. When his son, Wolfen, was born, he looked normal enough. He turned out to be as wild as a stray fox.
They seem he hasn't grown up.
Right about that. A few years ago, Wolfen went off to Poland. Wilhelm got worse and worse. Cursed everything and everyone in his path, started throwing crockery at the servants. On his deathbed, he sent for a priest, not just to give him the last rites, because they were afraid the devil would come out of him and possess someone else. Then later, Wolfen turned up, even though he was supposed to be dead for years. Folk said he wasn't. That wouldn't stop the devil's spawn.
Sweet Jesus. It sounds a lot more convincing coming from you than the story from her.
Pray, Sir Hans. Pray. Whoa! Vitus and Cyril. I sent them to scout ahead.
Those bastards will pay for this.
They most certainly will. Let's go. We have to make camp. Hamlin, we'll take 2 men and come back here later. I won't have Vitus and Cyril left as crowmy.
Yes, Captain.
God's blessings. What?
What do we do now?
First, we have to find out where those Horsons are holed up. According to the reports, they raided a few farms around here. So someone should go to those places and find out what they can. You should do it, Henry. My men would...
All right, Captain. I'll do that.
One is uphill from Neuhoff, right by the woods. One here above the woods by the crossroad.
Tell me, Captain, how come this Wolflin is attacked?
They say blood's thicker than water, but sometimes I wonder.
So what's the cause of your conflict with Wolf?
Nothing in particular. Just that he's a ruffian, a treacherous bastard.
How are you related?
Milota, Wolfin and I have the same great-grandfather, Urban Baron.
How do you mean cursed?
Like I said, only instead...
What, all at the same time?
All in one night. Only one of them lived.
And you believe that?
Depends how you look at it. As...